My name's Darrell Sais. I've been at Winnipeg Transit for over 30 years. This September will be my 31st year. It's been a really enjoyable career. I've gone from a bus operator up to a full-time instructor. Yes, I've experienced racism up to, I don't know, from a very young man to an adult, even as a 57-year-old, it continues to happen. When the question was asked, I was trying to come up with some examples, and unfortunately I have lots of examples. I always remember the first day I found out I was an Indian, and we lived in the Manitoba housing, and some of the friends would call me and my brother, "You're the Indians here," and that, and finally I went to my dad. I was upset, and I asked my dad, I said, "Dad, I'm being told that I'm an Indian, what am I?" And so he said to me, "Have a look at me, what do you think?" And then I realized, yes, he said, "Yes, you're an Indian. Well, if I am, then you are one too, and be proud of who you are." So, and then through the years that we lived there, we were the dirty Indians on the block, and that really hurt a lot all the time. So it's something we had to deal with. A lot of support came from my other friends, and even as a young person, you knew a little bit of it, but it was bothersome for sure. I was lucky to be employed by Winnipeg Transit back in 1990, and we have 2-week training, and then we go out and we do what they call routes, and then I get to drive the bus all by myself now finally. And I was so excited. My first day, I went and did my first piece. Everything went well. I went to do my second piece, and we actually have a tunnel that we walk down, and that's how we get to the garage. And there was 2 individuals in front of me, and I remember exactly what he said, because I could hear their conversation. He said that all Indians are nothing but animals and they all should be killed. And I thought, this is my first day, really? And I was ready to quit, but and I'm going to use my buddy's name, Greg. I talked to him, and I told him my plan was to quit. And he said, "You're crazy. This is a well-paying job." And he gave me very good advice. He said, "You got to remember, Darrell, not everybody at that organization is like that. It's just a very few. They are there." So I didn't quit, obviously. So then I went to go see one of the instructors and to make a complaint. I said, what can I do? I said, this is what happened. And again, don't forget, this is over 30 years ago. He said to me that, yes, you have your right to complain, but at this point in your career here, you're new, I would not make any waves. So I left it at that. So I have to say now, it is not acceptable. That would be addressed immediately. Management, which includes HR, are willing to listen, and they're willing to address any problems to deal with any kind of racism. They do send a message that this is not acceptable in the workplace. They've changed that a lot. What does Winnipeg look like without racism to me, and what do we need to get there? From my experience and at the age that I'm at now, is I can't envision it. It's just too embedded into to families, to society at this point. We have made a lot of changes and we've moved ahead, but it's still there, and it's hard for me to even envision it at this point in my life. So I thought about it again, and for me, education is huge. It's the education of the different cultures that the city of Winnipeg has, because we do have a very diverse population. And unless people are willing to ask questions and learn about the different cultures and the people, the racism is still going to be there, because we're afraid of the unknown. I've seen the hate that people have in people of color, Indigenous people, and it's the other way around too. People of color, I'm sure Indigenous people have the hate for non-Indigenous people and non-colored people. And until we get together and start discussing this, I think it's going to continue. For me, it's just too embedded in there right now, and we need to change it. And it starts for a simple thing like myself, teaching my 2 daughters about race doesn't matter at all. And I hope I've raised them that, because it doesn't. It shouldn't matter at all. And I'm hoping I've taught them the right way, so then now they can teach their children the way.